My Last Serenade by Killswitch Engage was like, that was a song. I was in University of Toronto, and I had a friend who was really into punk, and he was getting me into bands, and I didn't really like punk, but he had this list of bands that sort of straddled the line, and Killswitch Engage was one of them. And I was like, this is so sick. And My Last Serenade, I was like, this song is perfect. I was learning all the riffs on guitar. I was just like, I've never heard anything like this. It made me very, very happy. And right around that time, I found out that my girlfriend at the time was cheating on me. And, oh man, that was rough. And I was just not smart enough to not listen to that song during that time. I don't know why. I just, like, reached for that song. I just drank a lot and listened to that song. And that was rough. And I can sort of listen to it now, but like I don't listen to that song very much. Even though it's a great song, that song is fantastic. But for a while, I could not listen to that song or that album.
It's a heinous crime when that happens.
Yeah, I was so bummed because I thought I was cheering myself up by listening to music I liked, but I know better now. When someone does something terrible to you, or when something terrible happens, just don't listen to any music. That's my advice, and don't ruin it for yourself like I did.
I feel like anytime music is ruined, it's because of a significant other. That might be the point of this segment, but I feel like lots of things can ruin it, whether it's like a death in the family, or just like a friendship falling apart, or like getting fired from a job, or something, life changing. But it always comes. I'm like, the only thing I could think of is like, oh man, remember when that jerk messed my life up all bad, Mm-hmm. And it's always with a significant other. For me, it was a really big one, and it took a long time to get over it because it's one of my favorite bands. But I had Opeth ruined for me.
No,
and not just like one Opeth song or one Opeth album, like a huge
sad.
chunk of the discography. So what was there, like Orchid and Morning Rise and
all that stuff got ruined?
Yeah, because what happened was me and the girl I was seeing, we broke up, and I was like trying to get her back, so I was like trying to be like Mr. Romantic, and I thought like Mr. Romantic was like the guy who makes mix CDs and like just be like trying to use music as like my communication device, and really like hormones don't care, right? So basically like everything up until like Deliverance just got ruined for me, and it took years for me to come back to it.
All the way up to Deliverance.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Blackwater Park. That's a crime. We don't listen to Periphery songs. We don't listen. I'll tell you what happens with Periphery songs. We listen to them a billion times while mixing, and we're not enjoying it. We're listening critically for everything that's wrong, and there's a lot that's wrong. And then finally one day we just get tired and quit, and we're like, all right, that's good enough. Never have to hear this again. And then what I will do is I will do one customary listen the day that the album drops, and I'll pretend that I'm like just a fan or whatever, a person listening to it for the first time, and then never listen to it again. The only time I'll ever listen to it again is if we're like practicing. It's like, oh, how do we play this song? Oh, I gotta practice it. I don't think I've ever enjoyed listening to her music.
We're all just components of this greater whole, so like hearing stuff that I've contributed kind of come together in this big mishmash of stuff is fun for a little while. But the thing that really ruins it for me is like when people are like, oh, you need to play this song live, and then we play it live, and then the crowd reaction is just the shottest thing in the world.
Oh yeah.
I.e. Priestess. We brought Priestess into our set on the tour before this one, and we were all really excited to play it. It took a while to kind of get it right because it has some acoustic parts in it, and everybody just kind of stood there like kind of confounded. Like,
did not
go
playing
well.
This? Did not go.
And so we just
well.
yanked it right out of our set, and now like we're probably never gonna play it again.
Probably not. Again, it's like we said, like it has nothing to do with the song. Because keep in mind, like my Last Serenade was like, that was my song. That's why I listened to it. I'd actually say it's probably you're probably very likely to ruin your favorite songs just because you probably go to them for comfort first, right? And then you'd be like, why can I not listen to this song? It just reminds me of this terrible moment. It's like, I thought I was over this, but I'm not. So then you just don't listen to it. It gets better though. Like I can listen to my Last Serenade. It only took 15 years, so
not bad.
Find another band. Jesus. There's at
go
least
on Spotify.
Yeah, there's at least like 100 other bands out there.
I'd say just give it time. Time heals all. That's the old saying,
Yeah, do you want to know the actual boring answer? It's just like relationships. It's like you'll do a million different things trying to get over a relationship, and it won't matter, or it'll just make it worse. It's just time. And everyone says that. Like, all my good friends say that. Like, all my real friends will be like, dude, it just takes time. There's nothing you can do. I'll be like, no, fuck you. You don't know what you're talking about. I've got it figured out because, and these justifications, and then they're just totally right, and it just takes time. So I'm like, I'm totally over this. And then the next day I'm like, why do I hate everything today?
You just got to go through the pain, man.
Yeah. So unfortunately, it takes, and this is not me, this is science saying this, it takes 15 years. So just give it 15 years and be good to go. Hail Satan.
Buy our stuff.
Buy our stuff.
And hail Satan.
And also, do you know that it says Hail Stan on our album?
What?
It says Hail Stan on our album.
What the hell are you talking about?
It literally says on our shirts, on our album, on promo, it says Hail Stan.
That's a
like
huge...
as if we'd like misspell. It's Satan, all right?